check us out.
What's going on, people? What is going on, people? Man, this is your boys, the Heavy Hitters, on a Tuesday night. You make sure you watch us at 8:00. Well, today is special because we're coming on a little bit earlier than normal. As your boy, I'm your boy, Six Man, aka KStylzz, aka the Bills Ranker. As you see, I ain't got no stage left or right to me today, but I got stage up left here. This is your boy, the minister, the calm before the storm, Jew, talk, sports. What's going on, people? And also, as you see right here, as y'all know, y'all love him, and some of y'all like to hate him. This is your boy, the mad scientist himself, Mad Mike Sports, the great one. Hey, man, people, how are we doing? We are on Falcons Saints rivalry week, so I'm kind of expected to see a couple Saints fans in here talking shit. This is what this rivalry is all about. Like I said, it's back and forth. Boo, 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 boo. Hey, I want the people in the chat and the people that's watching already, go ahead and share this stream. Go ahead and leave comments, thumbs up the video, and also let me know how y'all day has been so far. Appreciate y'all joining us on this Atlanta Braves World Series game night.
Ooh,
yeah, it's a nerve-wracking one right here. but as we already know, man. Hey, Mike, Jew. Don't we normally do I need to go ahead and do this? If y'all don't know by now, we gotta do the real roll call, as y'all already know. And our real roll call, because I can't, like I said, if y'all notice the Lil Jon song, I can't say the real nigga roll call. I can't really say it like that. It ain't all just black folk watching the show. But you already know where it came from. So we got Joseph Thornton in the building. We got Tiv Sports and Gaming. We got Mark J or 504, aka Mark 504. We know who you are. We got Samuel Davis. We got ATM 534. That, like I said, that's one of our player partners in the game right there. Y'all better be on y'all best behavior. We got J-Dog in the building. We got Pat Norris. We got Weezy B, Asia Green. Y'all make sure y'all show some flowers for Asia Green. Like I said, this is one of the main ladies outside of Miss Maggie T. She's one of the main ladies that's repping the Falcons, as well as Bubba Gump, Speed, Falcon for Life. We got Carrie Calamia in here. She's another one of those female Falcon fans that come in here and show some love. Y'all show some flowers for her as well. We got Ghost Peppers. We got Low Ski. We got Atlanta Nation. We got Jamarius 58, Gilliam. We got Leo 123. I'm gonna say, goddamn, y'all coming in heavy today, man. I can't shout all y'all out right there. We was going through the whole video at the end of the damn day. We got Dre True Statement. We got Mario Brown. We got Delay J, Reggie C2K, hey, Trauma Locks, and Jonathan Bell. And we're gonna do a couple more here. We got Michael Walker, and we got Rob. Man, what's going on, fellas? Man, how are we doing this evening? How we doing this evening, fellas?
I'm wonderful. Wonderful.
Hold on. Because this is the AFN family, let me go ahead and do this right. Yeah. As you know, I'm the bad influence in the whole group because I drink beer online, so I don't give a fuck.
It's all good. KStylzz, I got the holy water for us. We good.
You got the whole. Hey, that's why. Look, that's why you the minister, man. You got. Hey, they expect some. Hey, they expect some preaching today, so you the minister. They expect Mad Mike to go off, but like I said, it depends on who come with the bullshit. And me, I'm just in between both. I'm just in between, so they don't know what the hell they getting out of me. So.
Not one bit.
What's going on, fellas, man? What we got for the people today?
I totally forgot. I did everything except for the news. I don't know. I don't know how I didn't get, but as far as the news is concerned, I believe we signed Marvin Hall to the practice squad. It was also, as a matter of fact, let me just stop being lazy and just get all the news right here. Marvin Hall. There's something else I wanted to talk about. And I think this is important. We'll just go with that first. I'm gonna just go with this first because I think this is important to talk about. And I'm just gonna totally ad lib, and it has nothing to do with Atlanta Falcons. But there was a incident that happened today, as far as Alabama wide receiver Henry Ruggs. Unfortunately, he was driving under the influence, and a passenger ultimately lost his life because he was driving under the influence. I think this is something that needs to be talked about. We keep talking about, as far as Calvin Ridley, his mental health issues. I think there's a major issue with a lot of these young. We're seeing, I'm like me personally, like I said, a lot of young people, a lot of young guys, not just in the NFL, but we're just seeing a lot of tragedy with younger people, with incidents like this. And not to get too deep, like we were yesterday, but I think this is something that needs to be talked about because I'm just seeing too many players losing their life over drugs, losing their life, incidents. Do you think there's a problem within the NFL in itself, or there's a culture issue where a lot of people don't want to be that person to tell someone that you need to go get help or you need to stop doing this? Do you feel as though that like there's an issue as far as that's concerned? Because I do. Jude, KStylzz, you want to take it?
Most definitely. I mean, that's why I did the video earlier about Calvin Ridley. Just in the NFL in general, I don't know if you guys seen. I was watching on YouTube. I don't know if it was T.O.'s channel that he has on YouTube, but I was watching a video. It was T.O. and it was Eric Dickerson, former Hall of Fame running back for the LA Rams. And they were talking about how the NFL doesn't care about players. Eric Dickerson basically was stating that he went golfing with Lawrence Taylor, T.O. It was a bunch of Hall of Fame guys that got together and they went golfing. And the gist of their conversation was the NFL doesn't care about these players, former players. They're not doing enough for them. And Eric Dickerson also talked about they kind of took the love of the game that they love. They end up hating because of the NFL, because the NFL really doesn't care about these guys. I mean, we know about the lawsuit with the whole concussion and a lot of the former players, Hall of Fame players and just players in general, stating that they didn't have all of the information that they have now. And I just feel like the NFL, all they care about is the money. They don't care about these players. We see that with the contracts. The NBA, how they got the guaranteed contracts and how players can kind of speak out. It's like they want to control these guys, and all they care about is the next dollar that they can make. I mean, we clearly see that every time when they're about to have the lockout, with the CBA and all of that they don't care about these players. All they care about is the next dollar that they can make. And if you can't play, they'll kick you to the curb. And that's why I'm so happy about the Atlanta Falcons not cutting a player like Calvin Ridley or not trading a player like Calvin Ridley, because he's coming out and saying, I have mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the NFL has to do a better job about caring about these players off the field as people, because we don't know what these guys go through to even get to the game on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? These guys in the locker room are doing anything they can to actually get out there on the field. Like T.O. talked about having to, get shots and all these different things to be ready to go on Sunday. He talked about the Super Bowl that he played in with a broken leg with the Eagles. And then after they lost the game, they called him selfish for trying to play in the Super Bowl to help his team win a ring. Like, this dude did everything he could, and actually went out there and balled. Like, he wasn't he didn't hold his team back. He actually went out there and caught over 100 yards in that game against the Patriots and actually gave the Eagles a chance to win. So I really think the NFL has to do a better job of taking care of their players just in general. To me, out of all of the leagues, to me, the NFL is the worst when it comes to actually caring for their players and taking care of their players on and off the field. It shouldn't just be about making it to Sunday and playing on Sunday. Like, as fans, we want to see these guys go out there and compete. And I love, to see these athletes go out there and compete. But at the end of the day, I seen a guy like Ryan Shazier, had to learn how to walk again because he went out there and made a tackle. And we see guys Sunday, game in and game out, guys being put on stretchers, and their life could be forever changed off of one play. You know what I'm saying? So, that big hit on Robbie Anderson on Sunday, I love Eric Harris putting that big hit on him. You got to set a tone and you got to intimidate. But who knows? I've seen guys get paralyzed. So it's bigger than football. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, when a player goes down, that's why you see those NFL players. You see both teams all usually get down on one knee and they be going and touching the guy or shit, making sure that the guy's okay. Because at the end of the day, when you're not between those white lines, they want to see everybody. It's a brotherhood. They want to see these guys make it off the field, safely. And they understand that these guys got families to feed at the end of the day. We might wear different colors, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. And once the whistle, and the clock strikes 0-0, it's bigger than just a game. So I definitely think that the league has to do a better job at caring for these players. Just don't, it's not always just about the money. Like, care about these guys, really care about these guys off the field, because we've seen players commit suicide. We've seen, the worst out of some of these players. And a lot of the times they don't even care. Prime example would be Sean Taylor. He just got his jersey retired. And let's be real. The only reason they did that is because all of this stuff is coming out with John Gruden, and they were tied up in some of that John Gruden stuff. Like, Sean Taylor's, his actual jersey number should have been retired. Like, how long has it been since Sean Taylor passed away? That was over a decade ago.
10 years or something like that. I know it's been over 10 years.
Right. I'll just leave it at that. Go ahead, KStylzz, because I can ramble on and on, but they just got to do better. We just got to do better.
Boy, you almost just made me mad with that one, to be honest with you. Because Sean Taylor was one of my favorite players in the league at that time. So we're not gonna get into that. That hurt me badly, bro. And Jackson Mahomes and what he did in that celebration, bro, that motherfucker can get smacked by a goddamn elephant for all I care. But going to this Henry Ruggs situation, I can go with the NFL narrative on that. Like I said, it's definitely care. But the issue is when we look at the Henry Ruggs situation, with the under the influence, who are the people that he's hanging around with that's telling him, like, no? No, you got something to live for. You got a legacy. You're building a legacy here. Like I said, he's drunk. Take the keys away from him. Like, motherfucker, get him an Uber or a motherfucking Lyft, whatever, if he drunk as hell and he can't drive. So, but like I said, that's why this situation, I can't blame the NFL on this situation. This is what we talk about with a lot of guys that are in positions to where they can make a lot of money, leave a legacy, protect their families and stuff like that. This is why we talk about the people that they hang around with that will not, I repeat, that will not tell them no because, they look at them as the meal ticket. As Falcon fans, we remember the Michael Vick dogfight situation. Like at the end of the day, as when he got caught up in the dogfights, like where was that friend or somebody that was associated with this guy to say, okay, no, dude, you don't need to be in this situation. Oh, you been drinking? No, sit your ass down. Sit your goof ass down. You drunk. We'll take care of everything. But now you in a possible. We're basically going down a Dante Stallworth situation again. This is basically what it is. It's Dante Stallworth all over again. The difference was we've only confirmed that it's only one person that got killed in this. Dante Stallworth killed 4 people. What was it? 3 or 4 people. It was somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, you cannot, like I said, as a young player in this league, where was the mentors to teach to get this guy to be like, no, you cannot do that. You, like I said, really, you, like I said, and I kind of blame the culture for everybody that that likes to party. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with partying and going into clubs, but the thing is, you have to know your limit. And I know I sound like the wrong messenger for this thing because I'm drinking a beer while we goddamn doing the show.
Right.
Biggest difference is you got to know your limits. This is what we tell. This is what I'm gonna tell all the young cats that might be watching this show. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with living your life. Ain't nothing wrong with partying, having fun, wooty dooty doo. But you got to know your limit. You got to think. I got a lot to lose here.
And
I got a lot to lose here. And yeah, and like I said, yes, I'm at home drinking a beer. I'm not gonna drink and drive, and plus, I don't drink that often. So, like I said, y'all may be surprised by saying that I don't drink that often. I don't drink when I go out. That, like I said, and that is called being responsible for your own actions. Because at the end of the day, and I will say this: what Jew and Mike been saying about the NFL, they're gonna look at these players and be like, "Hey, you responsible for what the hell you doing outside of the game." And this is where the mentors, the leaders, the true friend. When I say true friends, the friends that are not going to let you fuck your life up over getting lit. Getting lit ain't always the best thing to do. So
let me just say this before we go on to the next one. When it all come down to it, and I want to choose my words carefully, is because there is a desperate need within our culture to fit in. I really believe that there's a desperate. Everybody want to fit in with anybody. You may not even really have those true thoughts and intentions or beliefs, but everybody wants to fit in. And I think the issue is that with our desperate need to fit in is that you're listening to people that really don't have your best intentions at heart. And it's like me even saying this, I can already hear Maggie in the back of my head. Before I even start a rant, I can hear her in the back of my head. I can hear her in the back of my mind. Mike, you sure you want to say that? You sure you want to say that? Before I even say anything, I will always hear her in the mind, like, be careful. Don't go too crazy. You know how you can get. I can hear that. It's like you have to have those type of people in your circle. enough with the yes man. This is what got the Falcons in this position to begin with. They had a whole bunch of yes man. Nobody told Thomas Dimitroff that was a dumb move. Nobody told Dan Quinn it was a dumb move. You know, nobody told Kyle Shanahan you should have ran the ball. Got to have, and you see what led him twice. You see what there is consequences for having a yes man in your corner. You got to have people that, you know, that teach, you know, that tell you, hey, maybe it's not a good idea. But at the end of the day, like KStylzz said, we know the NFL doesn't give a flying you know what. They don't care. They do not care. They don't care. That's why you have Luke Kuechly, who retired because it was like, look, I had too many concussions. They're not like, they just keep throwing me out there. I mean, before now, the concussion protocol was a damn joke. They look in your eyes and throw you right back on the field. You know, you seen Devontae Freeman, you know, stumbling over themselves, and then next thing you know, he back in the game, you know, and you know, the next couple of plays. So we know they really don't care. So at the end of the day, you got to be responsible for yourself. You got to, you know, have those people in your corner who's going to tell you things and listen to them. All right. Even if you, you know, you guys start fighting and arguing, all that type of stuff, listen. There's nothing corny about listening, because the last thing you want in your life is to end up like Christopher Reeves, paralyzed because you didn't listen to somebody that said something, or, you know, you killed somebody like a Henry Ruggs. And then now you sitting in the jail cell, you know, when you were just a week ago, you was a starting receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. That's the last thing that you want to do. And now he's regretting that because he did not listen to whatever himself, or he wasn't responsible. So like I said, I thought this was, you know, important to really talk about that.
Right. But yeah, like I said, we just want to put that message out there. Like I said, we got to be responsible for our own actions out here. We got to use common damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it is. You got to use common damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and get into it. We got the synopsis this week. Falcons, Saints. Saints came off a big victory against Tampa Bay. Like I said, unfortunately, Jameis Winston got hurt, torn ACL. He's going to be out for the season. Falcons, bad loss against Carolina. Nothing went right. So we got the tale of two different mentalities going on right now. You got a team that's going to be riding high, and you're going to have a team that is dealing with a whole lot of things going on right now. But as we know, with especially this type of game, I know we said it with Carolina last week because it's another division game. But Saints Falcons is a whole nother damn ball game here. This is if a lot of people don't know the history of these two teams used to battle for see who was not going to be the worst in the division. Going back to the 60s, the late 60s till now. Like I said, it's a pride thing that we got going on right now. So just saying it like that, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into the three keys. We're gonna start with the Falcons' three keys, what they need to do and all that stuff. And let me see. We're gonna start with Mad Mike Sports. What you got for the three keys on this game?
Damn, I'm used to coming in last place.
Nah, man. See, the thing is, we're gonna do it a little different because since we got the minister here, we gotta let him come in and close it out.
Okay.
So he can spit that straight fire. We all spit straight fire, but with the minister, y'all gonna put some holy water in the chat room for him. So go ahead, Mike. What you got for him, man? What three keys that the Falcons need?
The first one, there was a key matchup for me. And I've actually seen so much more, a lot of progress from this particular lineman. And this guy is probably not who you may think. This guy is actually Caleb McGarry. So Caleb McGarry is going to go up against Cam Jordan. Now, those guys have had a back and forth. You know, they've had a back and forth. I want to say matchup, but like it's almost like Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying, against Deontay Wilder. He get the first knockout, then Caleb McGarry, he come back with a knockout, and then you got Cam, he come back with it. So I'm really interested to see how Caleb McGarry is going to go up against Cam Jordan. So that's the first one to keep. I think this is a good matchup because Cam isn't a guy that uses a lot of speed. So he's going to have to put up his big boy pants to play up against Cam, because Cam, he's a power rusher. He's a Michael Strahan. He's one of those guys. He's a JJ Watt. These guys use their power moves to kind of overwhelm you throughout the game. So the first one is obviously Cam and Caleb McGarry. The second one for me that they're going to have to stop Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is right now, he's on an absolute he's on a tear. He's catching the ball, he's running the ball well. And they're going to need that. They're going to need that because obviously we know this guy is not going to play because of a knee injury. He tore his ACL as well as his MCL, and he will be out. He's going to see a lot of, and I feel terrible. I like this one thing I do like James, and he's a damn goof. He's a damn goof, man. The dude, but he's one of those cool goofs. He's goofy as hell. He gonna do something dumb. He gonna trip over a chair or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. He's one of those type of guys. So I really do. I love Winston, man. James Winston, and I honestly, even though I'm a Falcons fan, and we are, we're pretty much predestined to hate anything Saints, but you never want to see a guy hurt the way he did. And I think it was a horse collar, if I'm not mistaken, that he got hurt on. It was a freak play. So again, I never like to see that. So obviously, again, the second one is contain Alvin Kamara. I believe they got Mark Ingram back, and those guys. It's going to be that 1-2 punch. So I'm glad I kind of ran into this third one. I ran into this third one. This third one is obviously that big fat slime of crap, and I just hate saying that. That damn Tyler Davidson. Lord Jesus.
Hold on. Wait a minute, Mike. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm trying to put it as the big fat. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm just
Mike. Woosah.
Oh my God. We're gonna have to contain Alvin Kamara with those guys, but we're just gonna have to stop the run. That third one is obviously stop the run, and it starts up front. Grady Jarrett cannot I've just seen teams just go completely away from Grady Jarrett. Wherever he lines up, they go the opposite way. And it's getting to a point where for me personally, I would rather just see a rookie sit there and get their ass destroyed than see Tyler Davidson in his 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th year. I don't damn know. All I know, he damn suck. Okay, you can't. You brought here to do one damn thing, and every time I see you, you getting blown up and pushed behind. And like I said, it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, what? Like, do you got some naked pictures of Arthur Blank or Terry Fontenot? Like, what the hell do you have on these people? Because you're absolutely not a pass rusher, and you're not doing the dang on job that they brought you here to do. So why are you here? Grady Jarrett is sitting getting double, triple teamed, and I just see you with your hand on your hips. Are you going backwards, trying to catch your balance? That's what I see from him. That's all I see from him, going backwards, trying to catch his balance. So, like, what are you here for? Do something. That's the third key to victory is Tyler Davidson. Do something, okay? Pick up some dirt, throw it in somebody's eyes, spit on somebody, kick Trevor Siemian in the nuts. Like, do something. Pull the damn finger, fart. Like, damn, do something. Okay? I want to see something. I really want to see why are you here? Why are you here? Okay? And I'm up here. Look, you know how the women do that? That's how I'm feeling right now.
Oh my God.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? That's all I want to know. Oh God.
Oh man. We good, Mike. We good.
I got that out. I got that out. I got it.
Okay. So if a lot of folk don't know what Mike just said is Tyler Davidson has an OnlyFans page because he likes to get bust wide open in the running game.
All right, man. I was just drinking, boy. Oh boy, y'all about to see juice all over the damn camera, boy.
Boy, we about look. We gonna call him Brittany Reiner in this bitch. That's what we gonna call him.
Oh my goodness!
Oh shit!
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Okay,
my bad,
y'all.
My bad, y'all. Let's get serious for a moment. My first key for this game.
Oh God!
Tyler Davidson, if I catch your big ass dapping up Saints players when they score, your ass just need to ticket down to New Orleans and get signed by them because ain't no way in hell. See, Mike laughing his ass so hard he got off the screen. No. Yeah, no, but for real. We got.
I'm good.
Okay. I'm gonna be for real though, boy. I got enough of them Tyler Davidson jokes, boy. Bruh. Y'all remember Black Tail Magazine? He was the guy. The way he played, the way that he played, he the cover model for that shit. Cause that's all they did was let it all get wide open and shit. So, but the first key of victory, these motherfuckers be looking like, what the fuck is you talking about? Yes, motherfucker, back in the day.
Open the internet, all right, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. But for real, the first key of victory is you're going to have to match New Orleans' toughness. You got to match the Saints' physicality. You got to go. You like I said, because as we know with the Saints, they're going to come out physical. This is how their defense is ran. They want to smash you. Nah, I can't. Now hold on, let me rephrase that because after them last years, I can't say that.
Oh God!
Basically, what they want to do is they want to be physical. Are you going to be able to match the physicality? Because Carolina put something on your ass last week to where they got more physical than you. You got to be physical. Like you said, Tyler Davidson, Stephen Means. Like I said, Caleb McGarry, you got Cam Jordan on that side. They're gonna specifically put Cam Jordan on your side because that's where his best matchup is gonna be at. Like I said, you got the Chauncey Gardner Johnsons out there that like to talk trash and get you out of your game. how are you going to match the physicality? How are you going to match the mentality behind them? Because if the Falcons don't somewhat match the physicality and the mental toughness of the Saints defense, the Saints defense is going to beat the shit out of us. Which I highly doubt, because I still think we're going to whoop the shit out y'all asses. But we just getting the analysis here. 2, Mike Davis, Cordero Patterson, Wayne Gall. We're going to have to run the ball. We're going to have to find a way to run the ball. Like I said, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. We got to run the ball. We have to. It kind of goes with the physicality part as well, but I'm just saying specifically for this, you're going to have to run the ball. You're going to have to show the Saints that you ain't weak. And 3, let me go ahead and put 3 up right quick because apparently they haven't got the damn memo for 3. $60 fucking minutes, which means you got to play the football game for 60 minutes, which means if you get out on the first drive to set a tone, you cannot kick field goals. You got to score touchdowns and send a message. And you have to send a message for 60 minutes. It can't be for 10 minutes. It can't be for 20 minutes. It can't be for 30 minutes. 60 minutes of football. That's all I got. And Jude, my 3 keys, the way y'all talking, I think they might say I might need some holy water from the shit that I was saying. So, Go ahead, Jude. What you got for him?
Look, before I get my 60 minutes, my son trying to make a cameo.
I already see.
I already know.
What's up, man?
Make a cameo.
We live. What's up? Want to say what's up to the people?
Shut. Name Joshua.
Hey.
Oh, really? John Cena. Don't be high.
Hey, he said, hey, you see me now.
You got the John Cena show.
He said, John Cena.
Y'all about to see that? Y'all about to see that minister leave, bro? That minister.
Boy, that minister about to turn a Snoop Dogg on y'all. Like, hey.
KStylzz.
Hey, what'd you say?
All right, y'all. So here we go. So first key to victory, KStylzz, you was all over it, man. The physicality. We have to be physical in this game. We have to be physical in this game. We have to win the trenches. That's what this game is all about. That's like my first 2 key to victories for the Falcons in this game. You have to be physical. You have to run the ball in this game. You have to win not only on the offensive line, the trenches, but on the defensive line. As you said, Carolina in the first matchup last week against Carolina, they dominated us in the trenches. So on both sides of the ball, the offensive line was overwhelmed. Matt Ryan didn't really have any time to pass and survey the field. In this game, the Saints, like you talked about, they're coming out here and they're going to try to intimidate these young guys that we have up front, especially Jalen Mayfield and especially Matt Hennessy. Like, those guys got to be ready. Like Caleb McGarry, Jake Matthews, Chris Lindstrom, they know what to expect. They've been a part of these games. But our young guys, they're going to have to get these guys ready for a grinded out type game. Like, we know the Saints, like you said, they're going to come in here and talk trash. And in this game, you got to be willing to fight somebody in this game. Like, this is a game where you need somebody like a Dante Fowler. You need some real gangsters on your team in this game. and you have to be mentally tough because the Saints are a team that the players that they have, they're not only trying to beat you, but they're going to talk trash. They're going to do everything they can to get you off your game. So in this game, we got to come out like swinging, and we got to throw the first punch. Like, we can't come out here trying to be a counter puncher in this game. Like, we trying to counter whatever they're doing. Like, we have to throw the first blow in this game. So if I'm the Atlanta Falcons, I'm receiving the ball. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed lately, we've been deferring. If we win the heads and the coin toss, we have to go down and set a tone. And that means get the ball, go down there and punch it in the end zone. And hopefully it's a running touchdown where you get on their goal line and you punch it in like we did at the end of the game in London, I think against the Jets, where we punched it in with Mike Davis. Like, it's just something about being able to run the football. And we seen it last Sunday with the Carolina Panthers. Our defensive line and our defense looked demoralized because they literally just ran the ball down our throats. So in this game, we're going to have to come out running the football, showing that toughness. And we know that Arthur Smith, that's his staple of his offense, is running the football. So come out and set that aggressive tone that we're going to run the ball. On defense, I'm not going to even mention Tyler Davison's name because he's a disgrace. So I'm not going to even mention him. I'm looking for Marlon Davidson. I need more out of Marlon Davidson. He's a guy that played at Auburn. You guys know I'm an Auburn Tiger through and through, but he has to step up because he was the guy that they drafted to be the guy that plays next to Grady Jarrett. He was the guy that was supposed to take Tyler Davison's job. So it's time for Marlon Davidson. He's going to have to step up in this game. Steven Means, we know what he is. Just set the edge. Ogundeji, he's a guy that's played very well so far this season. Ogundeji, in this game, we need you to come out with a sack in this game. You're going to have to be that guy. What I'm looking for out of Ogundeji, though, in this last game, I kind of watched what he was doing. He has to mix up his pass rush moves. Like, he's good at extending his arm and trying to, stretch out and use his length, but he has to get a counter move where he can, get on, counter the moves that he's doing, because he's basically just doing one move over and over, kind of like Tat McKinley, just bull rush. He's going to have to do something to counter what he, give a counter move to the offensive line for the Saints. But I'm looking for Marlon Davidson, Grady Jarrett. I'm looking for those guys to step up. Mike Pennell Jr., he's a guy that also, he's going to have to step up. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Copeland. I want to see him get more snaps as well because he's been playing pretty well. Shockingly, he's playing a lot better than a lot of guys that's getting, to me, more snaps than him. To me, every time I see Copeland out there, he's doing a good job. He's in the backfield making plays in the running game. So we need as many guys as we can on the defensive line to stop the run. It's going to be huge in this game of stopping the run. So that's my second key to victory. Well, really, it's my first key to victory and second key to victory is run the ball and win the trenches. Because to me, if you do that in this game without Jameis Winston, we already know that they can't beat us with the pass with Taysom Hill. We played against Taysom Hill twice last year, and they pretty much just quarterback powered their way to a win and ran the ball pretty much. So in this game, they're going to go by the same thing that they seen last week. They seen that Carolina pretty much ran the ball 40 plus times. They're going to come out with the same exact game plan. So in this game, the first two keys to victory, stop the run the football, be physical in this game, throw the first punch. Then my last key to victory in this game for our Atlanta Falcons, it's going to come down to coaching. It's really going to come down to coaching. I believe in Dean Pease. I believe in Arthur Smith, but it's going to come down to coaching because Sean Payton, all of the games pretty much that they've played this year, they've outcoached the opponent. Like last week, the Saints are not as talented as the Bucks, but they was able to beat them because of smart coaching by Sean Payton. And we know that Sean Payton is very creative. And their defensive coordinator is pretty creative too, and he's just very aggressive. He's going to blitz you. He's going to have his team ready to go. So in this game, Arthur Smith's going to have to come out, and in those first couple plays where you have those 15 plays that's unscripted, or scripted plays where you have, he's going to have to bring out a trick play. He's going to have to bring out something that nobody's seen all year. And to me, I want to see another formation that we haven't seen, like a wildcat. I mean, we have guys on our team that's extremely talented. Russell Gage can throw the football. CP can throw the football. We've seen Felipe Franks doing these little, like he's running side to side where he's looking like he's coming on some type of, sweep. I want to see them use him because I don't know why they bring him in the game if they're not going to use him. Like, don't bring him in as a decoy. We know that Felipe Franks has an arm. Bring him in. If you're going to bring him on a sweep or something like that, or on a flea flicker, let him throw the ball down the field. We know that Felipe Franks has an arm. So use this guy. If you're going to bring him in the game, you're going to have to do something in this game that's going to have to catch the Saints off guard. You can't come in here with a vanilla game plan and expect to beat the Saints, because the Saints, trust me, they're going to have some trick plays or something that we haven't seen on tape. So we have to do the same exact thing in this game. We can't just come out here and say we're going to do what we do. Yeah, we're going to have to be aggressive, but we also going to have to show some creativity. And in this game, that's what I need to see. Because when you have receivers that are not getting open, it's time for Arthur Smith as a mastermind and as an offensive, because he's an offensive mind, he's going to have to do something to get these guys open. We know that they're not as talented as Calvin Ridley. So create a play where we get somebody open. We've seen it in the New York Giants game, I believe it was, where we got the touchdown to Lee Smith, where they act like they were going to run the ball. The guy jumped over the pile and he just slipped Lee Smith right out in the open, easy touchdown. That was a scripted type play. That's what I want to see in this game. And when you get in the red zone, KStylzz hit on it. You have to score touchdowns. Like, you can't afford to kick field goals. And it's not because the Saints are going to put up too many points for you to keep up. You set a tone when you score touchdowns. You demoralize the opponent, and you put pressure on the opponent, because we want to force Taysom Hill to throw in this game. Just like I talked about when we played Tua, it's the same thing. We want to take the Saints out of their game plan, because their game plan in this game is going to be to run the football. And my last key for our Atlanta Falcons, because this is something that we struggled with for whatever reason this season, is the screen plays. The Saints are great at running screens. So we're going to have to be smart in this game and not letting Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram kill us in the screen game. Because last week, they got a lot of screens that went for like 20 yards. And once those big guys get downfield, those offensive linemen, our linebackers are small. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want them to get up on our secondary. So in this game, expect Sean Payton to run the ball, and then hit you with a screen, and everybody floods and think that they've gotten to the backfield. And that's when he slips Alvin Kamara right behind you, Mark Ingram right behind the defense. And that's when they have a convoy of guys in front of them. And that's what Alvin Kamara does best, is that screen game. So we definitely have to look out for that in this game. And that's pretty much it. But it's all going to come down to being physical. As you talked about, KStylzz, the Saints are a physical team. So you have to match their physicality. If you don't, that you're going to get bullied. So you have to come out and throw the first punch. And you have to stand up to these guys.
Mm-hmm. I want to get a couple comments in right quick. And Reese 803 South Kakalaki said, "What's up, AFN?" He said, "I caught it later, but great show other night for recognizing mental health awareness. That was important." And he said, "P.S. What's up, Lil Juke?" But yeah, I just want to go ahead and acknowledge that right quick, because yeah, we definitely are getting more into starting talking about other things, especially like when it comes to the mental health and like other aspects of the sports world and life in general outside of just Falcons, because I think we don't really see a lot of people really talking about stuff like that. Mike, I saw you had your hands up earlier, man. What you got for him?
I forgot.
But yeah, man.
I know it had something to do with hold on. Oh, yeah. He said something about the screen game. The screen game, the reason why I believe the screen game has been that we've been getting killed, because teams know when we're gonna blitz. And that's why he's saying, guys got to understand the scheme first before he started to get aggressive like that. So he wants to get aggressive, but you can't get aggressive like that when you're D-line. Like the D-line, like they're so focused on their responsibilities, they tend to like get tunnel vision. And I think that's more so the issue, because like the linebackers are an extension of how the defensive line is reacting. So if the defensive line is not really paying attention, they're going to get those big bodies on the linebackers. So it's not so much that our linebackers or our secondary is playing bad, as that our defensive line isn't doing a good job of recognizing the screen game. So because they're so focused on their job. And that's the reason why you're seeing guys like John Kaminsky, who's not receiving any playing time. You got guys like Sheffield who's not spending it, getting any time, because these guys got to understand their responsibilities. Like, if you don't understand your responsibility, you just, like, let's just say you just had a new job and they want you to do a job that you've never done before. You're gonna be looking around, you're gonna be looking at everybody else like, bro, I have no idea. You're gonna be looking for help, you're gonna ask this person. So it's more so the defensive line first have to get comfortable. We always say it starts up front. So it's not so much that they're bad with the screen game. It's the D line. They have to set the tone and understanding their job first before, just the linebackers can kind of catch on. So it's again, it's a cliche, word, but a statement, but it all begins up front. It begins and ends up front. If you can't stop the run, if you don't understand what the offense is doing to you up front, you're going to get destroyed. So that's the reason why we keep talking about Tyler Davis and Marlon Davis and Dante Fowler. They got to set the tone for this defense, because I don't know if you guys realize this, but that damn Dean Pease got that secondary looking amazing. Those boys are making plays. Like, they look so much like Fabian Moreau. I don't know about been paying attention to him, but he's been playing so much more aggressive and so much better. He making plays on the ball. He tackling well. I mean, do we have to say anything about AJ Terrell? Like, come on. Do anybody have to say anything about Terrell? That dude has been playing out of his damn mind. He's been the most consistent player on this defense outside of Grady Jarrett. That dude has been balling. So it all starts up front. When we start to see these guys like, him play better, they'll get better.
And like you said with AJ Terrell, like I said, did the calculations. Hell, 11 receptions for 55 yards against him in 8 weeks. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, at the end of the day, we got the trend. Like, the trenches matter. At the end of the day, no ifs, ands, or buts about none of this shit. We can talk about quarterbacks. We can talk about wide receivers, DBs. At the end of the day, this matchup is all about the trenches. You can't get away from that. So hold on. I saw something in here that I saw a comment in here that I wanted to hit on, but like I said, well, it's already on the screen, but we're gonna hit this one. Like I said, missed tackles and piggyback riding for 5-10 extra yards. Every play is killing me. Yeah, most of that's coming from the damn defensive line. I don't know what's going on with that shit. But well, let's go ahead and get into what the Saints have to do. What the Saints' 3 keys of victory against the Falcons. I guess I'll go ahead and start with this one. The first key of victory: go and find Tyler Davidson and treat him to a 5-course meal. That's the first thing you must do. It might disappear again. I'm about to say, damn, Mike, you done disappeared again. Treat him to a 5-course meal. Now, but yeah, first thing you do is you want to establish the running game. And as you've seen the last couple weeks, as far as the running game, There's one weakness on the Falcons defense for that running game, and that's Tyler Davison's ass. You must attack him at any means necessary. Not saying y'all can't get outside, but you still attack Tyler Davison because he ain't stopped nobody. He had one good Pro Football Focus week this year, and I didn't even see that. Switch. Yeah. It was some bull. That's what we gonna say. Pro Football Focus. I don't give a damn about none of their rankings. Half the time they got bench players saying that they got the best grade in the goddamn game. Like, dude, he only played 6 snaps. and they lost by 20. How did that work? Number 2, Alvin Kamara will have to and Drew and Mike done alluded to this. You got to use him in the passing game. He is going to be your X factor. You got Mark Ingram back, so you don't have to necessarily rely on Alvin Kamara to be your feature back. Like I said, you let him go to his natural role as kind of being that second back. Well, I ain't gonna say second back because today the NFL is really no first or second back. Be that complimentary back to where, okay, I need him in the passing game. Boom. Because the Falcons have been getting destroyed. Like you said, Falcons have been getting destroyed on screen games and the God damn it, I almost forgot the damn route. But yeah, basically out of the backfield.
Swing pass, yeah.
Thank you, right? Because Tyler Davison screwed my damn mindset up already. And the third key is going to come down to the Saints defensive coordinator. Oh, hold on. Let me hit this up right quick. Till D Legend, he said, "Is this a Saints podcast?" That means you ain't been watching this show all year, bro. We do. Hey, look. We do keys of victory for both teams. So you better recognize. You better goddamn recognize around here. But for the Saints to win, like I said, it's gonna come down. Like Drew said, it's gonna come down to coaching. It's gonna come down to it. Like you said, you got the Falcons offense, whose receivers are not really getting open right now. Kyle Pitts, they, as you saw in the Carolina game, they put their number one corner. They put one of the best corners in the game on Kyle Pitts, and they kind of shut him down. And it wasn't even just the number one corner. They put 3 guys on him. So I'm taking Kyle Pitts out the game and forcing everybody to see who else is going to step up. That's all I got right there. I think we're going to do. I think we'll do the minister next. Let him go ahead and let him go ahead and goddamn bless the people. Jew.
All right. So keys to victory for the Saints. First key to victory.
Besides that, my bad. The Maggie T in the background talking about the first key of victory for the Saints is to lose. Go ahead, Drew.
Well, you already talked about it, KStylzz. It's going to be the first key to victory is going to be to run the football, and that's going to be the first key to victory. Just to give you guys a sneak peek for every team that's facing the Falcons this year. To me, the Panthers gave every team this year the blueprint to beating our team. Is just run the ball right at the center of our defense. Like, don't run no stretches, no tosses. Just run a draw. Just run power eye right up the middle, right where, like you said, where Tyler Davison, where Grady, where our nose tackles are. Because we're not strong up the middle of our defense right now. So that would be the first key to victory. And really, that's for every team. Second key to victory will be Alvin Kamara, like you talked about. So we're going to say the same exact thing, KStylzz. Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram. Those guys, pretty much, those guys are the offense for the Saints to me. If you look at Mike Thomas, I don't know if he's playing in this game. Is Michael Thomas playing in this game? Because I know they say he's coming back from injury. I don't know if he's playing this week.
I'm not sure if he's.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay, so I don't know if he's coming back this week, but if he doesn't play in this game, that really just means that Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram are about to get more touches because we know that their other wide receivers are not very good. So in this game, expect a heavy dose of Alvin Kamara, expect a heavy dose of Mark Ingram, both in the pass game and in the running game. So that's my second key to victory is stop the run and watch the screen game. I talked about it. The screen game, to me, the Saints are one of the best screen. Like, to me, Sean Payton is one of the best offensive coordinators when it comes to calling screens and knowing when to call a screen. Because it's a lot of coaches and OCs in the league that call screen plays, but they don't know when to call them. To me, Sean Payton is one of the best at knowing when to actually call the screen plays. So in this game, it's going to be very important that our line is not just crashing in, but they not only be tough in this game and aggressive, but be smart and know when that screen is coming. And my third key to victory in this game, and this might shock you guys because I wanted to say it earlier, but I didn't mention it, is going to be stop the quarterback run. In their last game, Sam Darnold killed us on third downs with guys being in man coverage, guys having their backs turned. And to me, our defensive line didn't do a good job of staying in their gaps, gap integrity. To me, guys were jumping in and out of their gaps, and that created space for Sam Darnold to be able to get after the quarterback. With that being said, that's pretty much it for the Saints. I mean, it's going to come down to running the football and us trying to stop them.
All right.
I'm gonna take a little detour. Well, I'll change it up just a little bit. That key to victory is to be the Saints. It's just to be the Saints. And that's really not saying much. Pretty much because these damn refs gonna be all in their asshole. I'm sorry for saying that, but these refs gonna be all in their Saints ass. Okay, they gonna be all in it. They gonna give the Saints every call. They in New Orleans. All they gotta do is just be the Saints. They gotta be annoying. They gotta give the ball to Kamara, and they gotta run Mr. Fake Tim Tebow, because the refs are going to make sure that they have every opportunity and every. Well, they look at the end of the day. We know that the Falcons are not going to get a lot of calls, and like I said before, they stop. Come on, tie-dye. Okay, tie-dye. Stop. You know damn well the refs don't like y'all when you playing the Falcons. Y'all get every call, every single call. So at the end of the day, those guys gotta just be the Saints and do what they do, because the refs are gonna be on their side. There ain't nothing much the Falcons can do outside of just running the ball. So do what you do, run the ball with Mr. Fake Tim Tebow, get the ball to Alvin Kamara, and play bump coverage, because our receivers are very small. Outside of Kyle Pitts, our receivers are little. We got some little ass receivers. So y'all just be the Saints again. Run the ball with Mr. Fake Tim Tebow. Get a ball to Alvin Kamara and play aggressive in the secondary, because we have some small corners, or we have some small receivers, and I think your corners will probably match that. I think you guys will win that physicality. I don't know if y'all. Well, I know y'all can't match up with Kyle Pitts. That's just no way you guys will be able to match up with him. So you're gonna have to be physical with the other receivers, because ain't shit you can do about Kyle Pitts. Y'all have nothing there. Don't even try to say Mr. Grabathon. All right. You don't say Mr. Grabathon can handle him, because he can barely handle himself. So at the end of the day, that's three keys the victory, and I think we can kind of get to the next. This is a question that I have, KStylzz. This is actually a question that I have for y'all, and I think it's simple. It's simple, but I like a lot of people like. Let me just explain. I've been getting a lot of comments to say, like, a lot of comments. A lot of people say, "Oh, you suck, you suck, you suck. He suck, they suck, we suck, we suck." So the question that I have for you guys is, what the hell is your definition of improvement? Because if everybody suck, you win 3 games. I mean, there has to be some type of improvement. The Falcons they're 1 win away from, tying their win total from last year. So if everything sucks, then how do you win 3 games already? If everything sucks, how do you win games? What's your definition of improvement? Because I have no idea, because my definition of improvement is seeing the necessary adjustments from the coaching staff and seeing how the players react to those adjustments. So what are you guys' definition of improvement? A lot of people in the chat, let me, you guys comment also, so we can kind of, put on the screen and see what you guys think. But what's your definition of improvement?
Definition of improvement. But if we're looking at record from the last 3 years, it's already starting off better than what we've been. Because on the last couple years, we've started off at least 1-5. The last 2 years. Now, offensively, this is what you've alluded to before. Like I said, the offense is not pretty. Like I said, everybody's used to the run and gun style offense, to where we putting up 30 points a game and throwing for 400 yards every game. Like I said, the improvement is more so in the mentality of the team. Like I said, last week, we really just got exposed at one aspect, and that was run defense, and that was getting ran up on the defensive line. But when you look at the secondary hasn't been thrown on like that. They gave up 129 passing yards last week. Like I said, outside of the points given up, the defense literally is ranked in the top 15 in both run and pass. We've been dead last for the last 4 years. Well, 3 years, but I think it's more so of suck, because like you said, it's not the passing offense that everybody's so used to seeing from the Falcons. It's more so of a balanced offense where you don't see, well, like I said, because if we look at Matt Ryan, and his average per completion is right around like 6.8-ish or something like that. So it's already looking like a dink and dunk master. That's what it's looking like right now. It's dinking and dunking. And that's the one thing about a lot of football fans. It's just like with baseball fans. Baseball fans do not give a fuck about folks hitting singles. They want to see home runs. They want to see the doubles. They want to see the triples. Sometimes it ain't always about that. Like I said, we haven't seen too many penalties this year. Really on both sides when you think about it. So you're seeing that. So, yeah, the defense, like I said, the defense was in the top 15, but the problem is, and like you said, with the improvement, the only problem is like, especially with the defense is still right around that bottom of the league of giving up points. So that comes, like I said, that comes with a whole different stuff going on, whether it be offense, not holding drives, and special teams not doing what they're supposed to do. So you're seeing in these games that they're not getting blown out. They're not giving up so much. We're not losing games on one play. So I guess when people say it's improvement, is I think is as long as Matt Ryan is the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, everybody's pretty much gonna say that this team is gonna be the worst team in the league. Let's just be honest with you. That so when you ask that question like that, basically it's just saying that Matt Ryan sucks. That's all that type of comment really says. Because the thing about it is, when we talk about the issues as far as the whole team collective, nobody mentions the whole team collective. It's just to this one guy. It's just to this one guy. See, and we have to kind of get away from that mindset of looking at just this one guy. Because if that's the case, right now in the NFL, there'll be at least 5 or 6 guys that will have at least 2 or 3 Super Bowl rings if that one guy was the only thing that mattered. And that's what I said. It's just about trying to build a team mentality as far as, like you said, they're not giving up yardage on defense. They're not really creating yardage on offense. Well, I gotta say on that, man. Basically, that comment just said Matt Ryan sucks. That's all that comment really says. What was up?
Drew?
Improvements.
Mm-hmm.
I think we already seen it this year already.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it game in and game out. I talked about it a little bit in the video that I did earlier today on my channel. Basically, like KStylzz was saying, and I seen a comment, somebody said doing the same thing over and over again. Like, this team has showed improvement. I think the biggest issue with this Falcons team is just consistency. You know what I'm saying? We've seen great things. We've seen poor things. And I feel like from game to game, the needle is going up and down. The pendulum is swinging back and forth. Like in this last game, we didn't make the necessary plays to win the game. Like Kyle Pitts' crucial drop on 3rd down. Younghoe Koo's missed field goal. Like the 3 to 4 plays I talk about, you know, that win or lose you the game. You know, we didn't make those plays in this last game. So it's mainly consistency, but I've definitely seen improvement. Like just leaps and bounds in this season already from game 1 to what we in week 7? What's this, our 6th or 7th game? I think we're 3 and 4. So this is our 8th game.
Right.
So for it to be our 8th game this season, I've definitely seen improvement. If you go back and watch that Eagles tape, it was horrible. Like the offensive line was so bad in that Eagles game. I came on the after show and stated, maybe we shouldn't have taken Kyle Pitts with the first pick. Maybe we should have took an offensive lineman because the offensive line looked that bad. Like Jalen Mayfield looked lost. Matt Hennessy looked lost. They looked like they couldn't hold up. They looked soft as toilet paper up front, like they were just breaking through the line and Matt Ryan was under siege. But I definitely feel like this team has improved. This team is showing improvement every week. We've seen leaps and bounds. And pretty much, like KStylzz was saying, we've pretty much been in every single game. The only game I'll say that we kind of got blown out was the Eagles game. Other than that, every other game, and I'll say in the Buccaneers game, but even in the Bucs game, they basically went crazy in the 4th quarter with those interceptions off those tip passes. At one point in that game, it was 28-25 late in the 3rd quarter, or early 4th quarter. So we really played them to the wire. So all of these games that we've lost, it's like you 1 or 2 plays away from winning the game. The game in Washington, Debo makes that tackle, we probably win that game. Last Sunday, we make those 2 plays. Kyle Pitts makes that catch on 3rd down. Maybe we score a touchdown, you know, and go up 17-12, where it was 10-12 at the time. So every single game, this team is improving. So my definition of improvement is you growing. We're seeing growth. We're not still seeing the same offensive line. Because in the first game, you guys remember, we had a whole bunch of pre-snap penalties. It wasn't even that they couldn't even block the guys. It was that guys would false start, you know, jumping off sides and stuff like that. So we're definitely seeing improvement. Like from game 1 into game 8, we've seen these guys grow leaps and bounds. And this is the biggest improvement I've ever seen from an Atlanta Falcons team since I've been a fan. And that's why I'm so big on Dean Pease and Arthur Smith. To me, they're educators of the game. And to me, our former coaches, to me, weren't educators of the game. Other than maybe like a Kyle Shanahan, to me, Dean Pease is more of an educator over the game than a guy like Dan Quinn. Not to take anything away from Dan Quinn, because I think that Dan Quinn was a solid defensive-minded coach when he was our head coach. But I think Dean Pease does stuff for particular reasons. And that's why I like when he sheds light in these media sessions and he talks about why he does what he does during the game, why he calls plays the way he calls plays. Everybody thought that he was calling out the one media guy that always with the high pitched voice. I can't think of his name right now. D-Led. Everybody thought that he was trying to, you know, play him. I don't really think he was trying to play him. What he was basically trying to state is when I do things and I make play calls, I do it for a reason. And he basically talked about why he's not blitzing on certain downs, because it exposes the weakness, you know. And we know that Dan Quinn, and we had that regime here, they exposed Isaiah Oliver. They left him out on the island. They didn't change anything from game in and game out. We kept blaming Isaiah Oliver, talking about how bad of a player he was, but we didn't do anything to help him out. We didn't move him inside. We didn't do anything. We didn't blitz. We just sat back in cover 3, left him out on the island. We didn't put a safety over top. We did nothing to help him. So one thing I like about this coaching staff is even they're improving. Like you heard Arthur Smith say in the first game, I made a mistake. I wasn't aggressive enough. And then we seen him in the Jets game throw the ball down the field to Kyle Pitts when the game was on the line. So not only are these players improving week in and week out, but even the coaches, they're not done learning. They're improving. They're improving week in and week out. So I definitely think that this team is improving, but I think that our fans have to be patient, Mike. It goes back to the fans. We have to be patient. You can have high expectations. Like I said that this team is going to make the playoffs, which to me is high expectations for a coaching staff in their first year. But even with high expectations, you have to be realistic as well and be fair to these coaches and be fair to these players that it's not a microwave type growth where you're going to go from night to day. Let it play out. We have to let the season play out and see what these guys do, because I've seen within the last 8 games, these guys have grown leaps and bounds. So let's just let it play out. Let's see how these guys, are they going to learn from their mistakes? And we're going to learn a lot from this game against the Saints. We're going to see if the play calling is the same, and we're going to see if we lose the exact same way we just lost to the Panthers, or we're going to see if the proper adjustments are made.
Right.
Let's kind of get. I want one comment that I want to talk about real quick before we get to Q&A. But this is a question, comment. I don't understand the Julio Jones shot. While Julio was there, it was the best time of franchise. Also, while you're talking, taking a dig at Julio, you're basically taking a shot at Matt too. He was the one throwing on the ball, so he's not flashy. Doesn't make sense. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is mainly because there's a misconception that we're taking shots at guys. It's not taking, like, we got to stop being so sensitive at the end of the day. Just because guys, and this goes out to players also, like players got to understand that they do have weaknesses. Just because you're in the NFL doesn't mean you don't have weaknesses. Just because he's one of the greatest wide receivers in the history of the game doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't have weaknesses. Go back to Matt Ryan. I mean, every goddamn video, even if we're not talking about Matt Ryan, y'all let us know that he got a noodle arm. Every time Matt Ryan doesn't have a noodle. I'm calm, KStylzz. I'm
No,
cool.
no. I was gonna say something on that. Cause I
Go ahead.
no. I was this just real quick. But like I said, these are the same people that act like we have a Matt Ryan dedication video going around. Ain't none in the archive. So yeah. But the one thing about that's messed up too is we can have a whole show about everybody else and something serious. But if Matt Ryan comes up, that's the only thing they're gonna look at. Because we can tell when, and I'm just gonna say before I let Mike get to, we can tell the people that come in here that look for the Matt Ryan talk because they never show up unless Matt Ryan's in the goddamn title. Or Matt Ryan's in the thumbnail. If Matt Ryan's in the thumbnail of the title, there's certain names that only pops up around that time. But when we talk about everything else, ain't nowhere to be found. Just remember that. Go ahead, Mike.
But like I said, it's not a dig at Matt Ryan or Julio. It's just the truth. We talk about ugly football all the time. When was the last time a pretty football team actually won a championship? That just take the time to think about that. Good gosh, why the hell is my nephew so quiet? At the end of the day, we talk about the Rams. The Rams, the greatest show on turf. We used to say that Peyton Manning was the weakest. His team was weak, and they were just pretty teams. You go back and look at that Patriot team that scored all them points, and Tom Brady had 50 touchdowns, and they still end up losing. He won MVP, and he still end up losing. That was a pretty team. A lot of these teams that we perceive to be, one of the greatest offenses of all time, it's very few that actually go on to win championships. So we go back to the Atlanta Falcons. One of the greatest scoring, I think there was at the time, they were the third highest scoring offense in the history of the game. And that did us no good. We did not win the championship. Why? Because we got pretty. Let's just be honest. We got pretty. We got saucy. We start damn twerking. All right. We started twerking before the damn game was even over with. Let's just be real.
Throw that ass in a circle. That's what that's what we became.
Hey, but like I said, we just got pretty, man. We got pretty. It's like we've like, let's be honest. If anybody who's a real Falcons fan, we've never been an organization where we never had a running game. We've always had a running game. Even when we were run and shoot, we always had guys like Craig Ironhead Haywood, Eric Dickerson. We had all these guys. These are physical backs. Even 1998 in the 80s. But like I said, we had some real tough guys. Gerald Riggs, all these types of guys. Like we've always had a running back in this organization. We've never not had a running back in this situation. We've never not had a good defensive team. 1998, one of the greatest defenses out there. 79, 80 Falcons. One of the greatest, if not the greatest defense of all time. We've always had running game and defenses. And like I said, you go back to the Baltimore Ravens. They won like 3-4 championships just off running the ball. I mean, I can go on and on. The Pittsburgh Steelers with Jerome Bettis. These guys have won, Franco Harris, all those guys. They've always had rough, tough, nasty defenses and disgusting offenses that are smash mouth. Eddie George, you go to Tennessee. They've all had these smash mouth, ugly offenses and defenses. You've never seen too many teams that had great offenses and subpar defenses. Falcons never won anything. We had great offense for 10 years. The Falcons never, under the tenure of Matt Ryan, never ranked below 15th in his tenure. Why? We had a defense. We had a defense with John Abraham. You guys remember that? We had a defense with Mike Smith. We ran the ball early in his career. But when we started getting pretty, when we got Julio Jones, that's when everything started changing. We started getting pretty. We started forgetting about the defense, and we neglected the small, intricate details of football. So we're not picking on Julio. It is a fact. We got a ton of numbers, and we did not play tough football when we needed to play tough football. We couldn't get that 2-yard, that first down, those 2-yard gains. We couldn't get in the red zone. We couldn't run the ball in the red zone. We couldn't get, that third down. We were passing the ball in 2012 in that situation. If we would have ran the ball a lot better in 2012, we'd probably be in the Super Bowl. But no, we passed that ball in the situation. And, at the end of the day, let's be real. A lot of refs, they want to see physical football. They don't want to call a lot of this, this prissy football. Let's just be honest. They respect teams that grind it out. They play tough, hard-nosed football. That's what the refs are trained to do and to look at. And at the end of the day, that's what we need to do. So it's not so much picking on Julio Jones. It's about just telling the truth. When we got pretty, we did nothing to get to win championships. We lost time and time again playing this pretty, prissy football.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, all the years the Falcons that went to the playoffs since 1998, there was a running game involved. And I want to hit Dre's true statement on here. He said Kansas City was a pretty scene. Did you see that Super Bowl that they won? That wasn't pretty football. That was running the goddamn ball. That's what that was. Pretty football. Pretty football can get you away in the regular season, but in the playoffs, you got to be physical. And I'm gonna say this because this is a Falcons Saints show. Before the Saints got physical defensively and running the ball, they were in the same exact boat as we were.
It was 3 years in a row. He had 5,000-yard pass, and they was 79 every year.
Saints Drew Brees threw for 5,000 yards in 5 seasons and went to the playoffs 1 year. So, like you said, at the end of the day, like I said, we can be enamored with the fly passing yards and 4,000 yards and 60 touchdowns and like, oh shit. Hey, this is a high-powered offense. When them playoff times come, there's 2 things that matter. Can you stop the opponent from scoring? And can you run the clock down? So, I don't know why my thing freezing up, man. I don't know what the hell. I think Dirk Cutter done got mad at me again.
You know it.
Yeah. And also, and I'm gonna get this comment too. And like I said, this is how the Panthers built their they had defense and running the damn ball. It wasn't always about pass. Like I said, you can get good passing numbers, but if your offense is predicated on balance and your defense is predicated on being physical, that's how you win championships in this league. The Patriots was 17-0 going into 2007, and they lost to an 8-8 New York Giants team that barely scraped by because they played defense, they ran the ball, they just stopped New England from goddamn scoring. And shouts out to Twisted Torch TV. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love in there. Make sure you subscribe to him. That's AFN family as well. Why am I freezing up? I'm dead ass serious. Why the hell am I freezing up? Yeah, but like I said, that's the thing about it. At the end of the day, we can pass all day, but the best teams in the NFL do one of 2 things: they prevent you from scoring, and they know how to run clock. And well, 3 things, and they score in the red zone.
Exactly. I mean, y'all said it all, Mike and KStylzz. Like when it comes to NFL football and football in general, we talk about the trenches, being physical, running the football. When it gets cold in January, you in the playoffs, you have to be able to run the ball. You have to be able to control the clock, like KStylzz was talking about, and that's what we've seen. Out of the Patriots in that Super Bowl against the Falcons, and that's what we've seen this past Sunday with the Panthers. The Panthers had 22 more plays than we had on offense because they were able to run the ball, control the clock. They held the ball for 11 more minutes than we had it. So those are the small, intricate details that people don't look at. And Mike talked about it. Those Colts teams. Early on, Peyton Manning could never get past the New England Patriots. That were the more physical team, the team that would grind it out, would run the football with Corey Dillon, would run the football with Kevin Falk and those guys. And the Colts were a pass-happy team. They were a pass-happy team that was in a dome that wanted to just throw the ball all day. That when the playoffs rolled around, the Patriots were the team that could run the ball, and they were the team that played solid defense. And that's what actually wins in the NFL. Like you said, you do have those anomalies. Like the Falcons in 2016, we should have won that Super Bowl, hands down. Up 28-3. If you stop being cute and you just run the ball and control the clock, the Patriots can't come back. I keep telling people that. Like people always want to talk about how great Tom Brady is. If you control clock and you keep Brady by the Gatorade, he can't score 30 straight points or whatever you can't. So that's the deal. We got cute. As Mike said, we got cute. And we wanted to score 40 instead of just taking the air out of the football. Once we got the lead, all we had to do was play the clock. The Patriots couldn't have came back. So it's basically that's how you win in the NFL. It's balance, but you have to run the ball. If you can't run the ball, whoever said that in the chat, I don't remember who put it up there talking about Kansas City. That's their biggest problem right now. They're not willing to run the football. They're getting cute. All they want to do is pass. So teams now are just falling back into cover 2 or just dropping back, keeping both safeties back and saying we're going to make you beat us by running the ball. And Kansas City is refusing to do it. And that's why Kansas City is struggling. If they go back to the fundamentals and actually run the ball, they will still be a dominant offense. The reason that they're struggling is because they're one-dimensional, just like we were last year when we won 4 games. All they're trying to do is pass. And it's hard to win football games being one-dimensional. You have to be able to do both. You can't be one way. You can't even be run either. You have to be balanced. If you look at the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, that's his biggest problem.
Boy, why they keep what's going on, KStylzz? Why they doing you like that?
Man, I told you StreamYard hates me, bro. I got green screen. I'm supposed to be fired. That shit said, nope, motherfucker. You better put that shit back up in there.
But the thing about we gotta get off this.
Look, when I tell StreamYard, you can cut my green screen off, but you ain't cutting me off. That's why. I think that's why I was lagging as hell because that was my computer telling me, "Hey, dude, you about to cut shit off. Man. You about to cut it off."
Hey man, Reese, we appreciate it, man. Go ahead, read that.
Yeah, man. He said, "Did y'all know that to true Atlanta and AFN fans that y'all are celebrities?" Hey, man, we definitely appreciate it, man. I don't consider nobody a damn celebrity, bro, because most of the time folks see us in the street, they don't even know it's us. we went to the open practice. We went to the open practice, boy. Them motherfuckers looking at us like, I know them, niggas, but who are they?
I don't think they wasn't. I can't speak for everybody, but they were looking at us like, I don't think I want to approach these guys. Like that's the look. That's the look that I was getting. But hey, man, I don't. Look, at the end of the day, man, yes, we are absolutely. I'm gonna just say, from my standpoint, I think I can speak for everybody, but we probably look up to you guys, and we thank you guys more than anything because, like I said, man, it's like you guys took the time out to believe us, to believe in us. You take the time out of your day to sit down and watch You know, and even tell your friends about what we do. So at the end of the day, man, y'all the real celebrities. Y'all are the real y'all the real MVPs at the end of the day. Because like I said, we say it all the time, but we're nothing without you guys.
Right. Yeah. You said to true Atlanta fans and AFN fans, yeah, we're celebrities, but to the average Falcons fan, we demons to them. We demons to them.
Matt Ron sucked, goddamn. What the hell you mean? He needs to go.
Exactly.
He talking about Matt Ron sucked.
Exactly. But like you said, this is the channel, like I said, and you see that's in the chat. We got Saints fans, we got Panthers fans, we get fans about all other teams that come in here and scope us out, man. Like you said, at the end of the day, this is all football conversation. And like I said, and going back to what you were saying about when we was talking about like with cultural changes, like just look at the NFC South tells you everything. Look at Tampa Bay. Well, before Tom Brady got there, Tampa Bay had a top 5 offense, top 10 defense, but they wasn't winning no more than 6 games a year because they kept turning the ball over. Small little intricate details we talk about all the time. They ain't turned the ball over like that last year. They won the Super Bowl. Falcons' problem is our defense ain't been that great. It hasn't matched the offense. You win championships by running the ball and stopping your opponent from scoring touchdowns. That's how you win championships in this league.
Go ahead, answer that.
Dan the man, he says, Drew, do you think we should move Michael Walker to edge? Somebody beside Means needs to get a shot. I've seen a little bit of Michael Walker out there on the field Sunday, but he wasn't playing the edge. So to be honest, it's all about trust. If Dean Pease doesn't trust you, he's not going to put you out there on the field, and he's basically proven that. So Michael Walker is going to have to prove to Dean Pease that he deserves more playing time, period. Like, I think that Michael Walker has talent. I think that he deserves a shot. But I think about Michael Walker as well as he's not a guy that you can play like exclusively on the edge. Like, he's kind of like a Vic Beasley. He's a hybrid type player. So you're going to have to move him around, and that's what Dean Pease is doing. He's not a guy that you can just place out on the edge like Steven Means because he doesn't have the size. But I do think that on certain downs, you can play him on the edge like they're playing Copeland. Like when you're in a 3-4 and you put him out there in a 2-point stance, I definitely think that he should get a shot. But he's going to have to prove on special teams, and he's going to have to prove during the snaps that he gets during practice that, you know, Dean Pease has to trust you. And that's pretty much what he's proven. And he stated that in his press conferences. He has to trust Richie Grant. That's why we won't see a lot of these young guys, because he trusts the veterans. He's going to go with the guys, and you have to be willing to play your role. Like I talked about this numerous times as well with Michael Walker. Like, you can't be out there trying to, make a play. You have to actually be out there doing your job, whatever your job is. You can't let the person beside you down. So if your job is to set the edge, that's what you need to do. Set the edge. You can't jump out of your gap. If you're jumping in and out of gaps and stuff like that, that affects all 11 guys that's on the field or the other 10 guys that's out there on the field with you. So I think that Michael Walker has a chance, and I think he will get a fair opportunity because they've shown if you step up in practice, if you prove to them, you gain their trust, I think that Dean Pease is going to play all of these guys. And he talked about that. If you guys go and look at his presser, where he talked about the secondary, and he said basically because Isaiah Oliver got hurt, he said nobody was going to beat out Isaiah Oliver for that nickel role. But now he said that all of these guys are kind of playing well. So he's mixing and matching. And that's why we've seen Avery Williams. We've seen Jalen Hawkins, getting playing time. We've even seen Richie Grant in the last couple games get some snaps on the defensive side of the ball. So I think Michael Walker will get more playing time. He just has to prove to Dean Pease that not only he understands what his role is on the defense, but he has to prove to Dean Pease that he's going to do his job, and he's not going to actually try to just make a play when he's out there, but he's going to actually do the job he's asked to do on that particular play. Because that's what Dean Pease, he's a stickler for do your job. That's why he was in New England. Do your job. Don't worry about trying to make an interception or jumping into someone else's gap, trying to make a sack. He wants you to do what your job is on that particular play. He talked about when he came in having players that not only are athletic, but also players that are cerebral and players that are smart and understand the scheme. So I think that's the biggest thing with Michael Walker. I don't think that he's proven to Dean Pease yet that he deserves, that starting role. But I would give him a shot. I mean, I would give him a shot because Steven Means, we know what Steven Means is.
ATL, go, hey, sack, yay! That's Steven Means right there. Do we think Jameer 58 Gilliam said, do we think AJ Terrell's a Pro Bowler this year? So far, yes. Ain't nobody tested him. Like, if you actually look closely at these Falcon games, this secondary really doesn't get tested beat deep like that. Almost said beat. I'm like, how the hell you get tested beat? What the fuck? But, yeah, they don't really get tested like that. Like you said, if you look at the last few games, it's just one of those cases where, like I said, these offenses, like I said, where the offenses are really killing us is in, like you said, in the screen game and the 5-yard outs and little hook routes around the linebacker. That's really where the deep. Like I said, outside of AJ Terrell, you haven't really seen AJ Terrell's name being called that much this season. And that's a good thing. I mean, nobody trying him like that.
Yeah, he definitely is Pro Bowl worthy. I don't know if he'll get the nod though, because we know that some of that Pro Bowl type stuff is, what can we say, politics. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the Falcons continue to win games because they try to base it off of politics. Like we see guys every year that don't deserve to be there. Like last year, I thought that Foyer deserved to make the Pro Bowl. I thought that Calvin Ridley deserved it, but we know it's politics in it too. So I definitely think he should be a Pro Bowler, but guys are just not throwing at him. And he's held every receiver under 100 yards this year. I don't think he's given up a touchdown all season, which is crazy. So I definitely think he's a Pro Bowler, and he's trending definitely in the right direction. So he definitely deserves it, but I don't know if the politics, if he's going to actually get it, especially depending on what our record turns out being at the end of the season. We make the playoffs or we get close to making the playoffs, maybe, but we know it's a lot of politics involved when it comes to the Pro Bowl and the voting and stuff like that.
Down South Georgia boy here said, do you think they're going to give Gallman more playing time? Seems like he's a North and South runner to me. I mean, eventually you're going. You said what, Mike?
I said he's far from a North-South runner. He's far from that. He's a natural runner.
I wouldn't
a
say
natural runner.
Yeah,
he's a natural runner. A natural runner, that means he can do anything. He's far from a North-South runner. Like he can run those stretch plays. You got to have foot quickness to be able to run those stretch plays.
Yeah, because I think right now
he's a lot like AD. He runs a lot like AD. He don't play around. He just hit the hole. And then once he hits the road, then you start to see his foot quickness.
Yeah. I would say he's more of a one cut back. That's what I would say. He's more of just a one cut back, like Mike was saying. Like in the zone running scheme, that's the reason why they wanted him, because he's a guy that's gonna, hit the gap and then cut, one cut. He's not gonna do a bunch of dancing like Devontae Freeman and guys like that. He's gonna one cut. He, like Mike said, he does have foot quickness and stuff like that. If you go look at his college tape and you go look at him with the Giants, he's a lot faster than people realize, but he really hasn't hit many creases because he hasn't really been getting a lot of opportunities with us. But he's a guy that if he hits a crease, he can take it to the house. And he is a North-South runner, but he's a one cut back. I'll say he's a one cut back. I really won't say just a North-South runner, but a one cut guy. But he is a guy that's gonna go North and South. Like he's not going once he hits that one cut, he going North and South. You ain't gonna see him doing a lot of dancing.
That is true. That is definitely true. But let me let me get this out the way right quick. Let's just say I told y'all so that this might have happened again. But apparently the official committee done released playoff rankings for the college football game. Did y'all see did y'all see what they said the initial list was gonna be? Did you see it, Mike?
I
have not.
Guess who they got number 2 right now?
Alabama.
Yep, Alabama, number 2. Over Cincinnati, who was just number 2.
How?
Remember, Cincinnati was number 2 going in this week. They talking about they might drop them down to 6.
We know how the committee, as I said again, politics.
Yeah, they got look, I'm about to say I got the list right here, boy. They got the top 4 going right now, right? But we just saying as of right now, they got Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State, and Oregon.
I figured that would happen.
I already knew that was going. I say Alabama was going to end up being in the top 3 sometime after losing the test. Now, like they going to be in the top 3 within the next few weeks.
They just gonna make sure Alabama in that playoff, boy. They ain't gonna. How you lose to Texas Tech and then you turn around and beat number two? Huh? Like how that work?
Oh my God. Yeah, this is the college football committee for the playoff rankings. Like I said, when we saw it was the regular BCS ranking, this is the committee talking about how they want to rank them. They want Alabama at number 2 right now, and they really want the only team that lost the game. But
let's get the closing. All right. We go.
I guess that just killed the whole.
I'm like, how the hell you lost? Okay, you lost, and you tell me you overtook Cincinnati. Come on, bro. Like, let's be real. Stop. Stop. Boy, them dumb NCAA people, boy. Look, man, they some crooks.
Cause I'm about to say when Alabama beat Texas A&M, Texas A&M was unranked, right? Or were they low ranked when they beat?
I think they were
in the top 25. But
they was top. I think they were top 25. But like it was low. But still, that shouldn't.
I told you, boy, Alabama will be the first damn college football team to lose 4 games and still make the playoffs, boy. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you.
You ain't lying. Though.
They could lose. They could have a losing record and still be in the playoffs. That's how crazy that shit is. No, Pat Moore said they was unranked.
They was unranked. Wow.
They was unranked.
Oh, they were unranked at the time. Okay.
I'm about to say Alabama should be nowhere near sniffing the damn top 10 with that shit.
Golly. You lost to an unranked team and then you move up to 2.
I told you, boy, they wanted that. I told you they want to see Georgia and Alabama so badly, bro. I'm telling you.
No, they just trying to find a way to screw Georgia. That's all that is.
No, it's not about screwing Georgia. You got to keep Alabama up there, bro. Everybody loves Alabama. I mean, most of these Alabama fans. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them. I'm just gonna generalize some of the new Alabama.
I will say this too. All y'all motherfuckers are not from no Alabama. All right, y'all ain't never been to Alabama. Your family ain't from Alabama, but all y'all, we got some people that from Atlanta. Talk about this some like you don't even know what Alabama looks like. How you gonna be Alabama fans?
That's hilarious. That's
talk about Alabama. Hey, you probably You probably don't know no history of Alabama, but somehow y'all Alabama fans. But I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing whatsoever. I'll just let y'all be Alabama fans.
Hey, look, Bubblegum says because of the new math that they teach in school now.
Bro, y'all saw that new math? It's like trying to read damn Chinese. Damn, bro, come on.
Talk about what is 95 times 120. You sitting here like, let me throw 9 lines here, 5 lines here, 1, 2 lines with 3 lines. I'm like, what is y'all talking about? So basically, y'all teaching kids the shortcut way on doing math. But we had to goddamn okay. So we gotta carry the 3, we gotta carry the 2. He said, "Man, born and raised on Cleveland, had talking about go Bama."
Oh boy!
Oh shit! Yeah, I mean, you have to think about it like this. Alabama and Georgia have always been that team where whoever won out of those two, outside of the championship game, whoever usually won out of those two, that championship game, whoever won out of those 2 teams was normally going to make it later on in the bowl game. So that's like the money match. That's like the money matchup. Really, what it is. That's a money matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Georgia Tech fan. We ain't nowhere near money matchup, but we pennies matchup right now. But we barely get. we barely.
Y'all got one. At least y'all got y'all one. I'll just say that.
A lot of people don't know Tech and Georgia got the same amount of national titles.
Yes, that's the people don't know that.
They don't know that they both got the most national titles. We just sucked for the last few years, and y'all. And I blame the AJC on that one because the AJC hyped Georgia up so much. They shit on Georgia Tech for everything. They're like, oh, we don't like your football team, but we want you to do our taxes. We want you to build our buildings, but we don't like
I apologize for all the screaming in the back because the Braves just did something. But
yeah, let's go ahead and close it out. Let's go ahead and close it out.
I apologize.
Hold on.
They just hit a home run, I think. Yeah.
A 3-run homer by Soler.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. And they hit it off. They hit it off the pitcher with the ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
That boy got that ponytail, boy. I guess that ponytail power didn't work for him. Well, you know, I'm gonna shut up.
Oh boy.
Dan the man said Tech got half a championship. Hey,
don't disrespect Tech like that.
Hey, look, it said, look. At the end of the day, Tech and Georgia got the same amount of national titles. So you better recognize. We ain't been title contenders since 1990, but we just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But that lets you know. You ain't gonna find no bandwagon fans on anything over here, AFN. So you better recognize.
At the end of the day, I'm not a Tech fan, but I'm a Tech supporter. Gotta support the GA. That's at the end of the day, it's what it's all about, man. You can't be from Alabama and talk about you're a New York Knicks fan. I'm just telling you. Got a lot of that going around. I mean, look, Jew from VA. Jew from VA. All right.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He from VA. So he come on. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's different.
Hey, look.
We got a lot of people.
Look. Hey, Tia said, but y'all ass as fuck. Hey, we're gonna find out at the end of the year. I'm still sticking with what I said. If a lot of people don't know what I said, Tech is gonna beat Georgia by 3. I'm sticking with it.
Oh man.
Hey, look, and if it goes down to where Tech get their ass whooped, You can get your best KStylzz hairline jokes ready for me, and I'm gonna sit here and laugh at it. Because at the end of the day, I ain't getting away from my position where I'm at right now. So hey, Anime, see, she trying to kill me already. Ouch!
Oh Lord.
See, it's a murder scene. She tried to kill me, bro. Y'all saw that on live stream. I'm about to say y'all can watch the game. Goddamn it, I might stream the game and watch it with y'all so y'all can see my goddamn. I just let y'all know. Texas beating that ass by 3, and your national title hopes is gone.
Man,
I'll be like,
all right, we gotta close this up now.
go ahead, close the show, man.
All right, dude, go ahead.
All right. Well, we want to thank y'all for tuning in as always. Like we said, it's hate week. We know we got the Saints on Sunday. Look, in New Orleans, and we know that this team, for whatever reason, plays better on the road. So we're gonna hope that we can keep that mojo going on the road. We can take this show on the road. As you guys know, I'm not, as KStylzz or Mike said, I claim Virginia as home, but I'm from Chicago originally. All my family's in Chicago, but my pops was military, so I grew up in Virginia. So Virginia is home. So shout outs to everybody in the chat. I seen somebody saying Virginia in the building. Yeah, shout out to Virginia, as y'all know. So I'm a transplant. I got teams everywhere. Virginia didn't have no NBA team, no NFL team. So I'm a Falcons fan because of Michael Vick, who was from VA. I'm an Auburn fan, and we'll talk about that another day, of how I became an Auburn fan. I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan in baseball, and then I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. So I'm all over. We stretched all over the place.
You the definition of a military baby right there, boy.
That's it.
Right. You got a team in every region in this.
Yeah, it's a melting pot. So yeah, but at the end of the day, tonight I say go Braves, because I know y'all been waiting for this for 26 years, and since I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan, and the Falcons and Matt Ryan, they haven't really been backing the Braves because they're in the city. So shout out to the Braves. Hopefully they pull it out tonight, because I don't want to see a Game 7. So go ahead and shut them out tonight, Braves. Go ahead and bring the championship bring that good mojo back to the city of Atlanta, so it can rub off on the Falcons, so it can rub off on the Hawks, so it can rub off on all of the Georgia teams, the Bulldogs, the Yellow Jackets, so it can rub off on them guys. Because when you bring a championship to the city, it's special. It's special, especially when you have that parade and it uplifts the city. So shout out to you guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, everybody, all the guys here plug Mad Mike Sports, Jew Talk Sports. Y'all hit that like, subscribe button. 6-Man KStylzz, y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Miss Maggie's Sultry Seconds, y'all go over and hit that like and subscribe button for her as well. But we appreciate you guys. I don't know if you guys got anything else y'all want to say, but I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and we're gonna have a lot more coming for you guys.
Hey, you always say definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, Falcons, Hawks, Georgia Tech, Braves, Atlanta United. Yeah, so you already know where the allegiances lies, because that's why I got the 2 Z's in the KStylzz this time, because you get my Georgia Tech in there.
Jackets.
Yeah, hey, and I'm mad that everybody in the chat was talking about Maggie T choked that motherfucker out. I see what y'all was saying in there. That's some bullshit. Y'all gonna be accessories to the murder, bro. Shit.
You can't take 1/3 of the damn heavy hitters out like that. Come on, man. Y'all
She said she tried to get rid of me and get a new guy for the heavy hitters. That's what she tried to do. She said Georgia Tech. She said no, Georgia Tech. Oh no, let's kill him now. That's what she was doing. But definitely we appreciate everybody doing here, man. Like I said, hey, this definitely is rivalry week. I mean, we've had plans for the meet and greet, but unfortunately, stuff didn't go the way we planned. This is what we're talking about. You got to goddamn watch the people that you associate with, because motherfuckers be on that bullshit every now and then. But like I said, we appreciate everybody. Like I said, you follow your boy 6-man KStylzz on the road to 600. Got 85 away from that. It's been kind of slow on the subscribes, but I appreciate everybody watching the video. People are watching the videos. I just need folk to subscribe too now. But I think the reason why people don't subscribe is because I'm a Georgia Tech fan. Let's just be honest with you. That's why they don't subscribe. They're like, oh, hell no. You a dweeb.
Wow.
But now I'm just joking. Not just joking. But for real. But for real though, like I said, just appreciate everybody. Like I said, I appreciate the 515 right now. Like I said, AFN's on the road to 2K. You make sure y'all subscribe to that. Share all these content, share all the links and stuff to everybody's channel. And if you haven't subscribed to it, make sure you subscribe to it, man. We trying to do things around here. We got the algorithm doing well for us right now. Just try to get to that next level, man. This is what it's all about. Hold on, I just seen a stat that says New Orleans has sat back around 36 times in the last 4 years. But a mobile quarterback is gonna help that.
Wow, a mobile quarterback. Hey. At the end of the day, we got to get better. Thank you, Kimberly, for that. All right. That wonderful. Oh, my goodness. It is going to get better. I mean, it got to get better.
Exactly. We're going to get better around here, man. We learning. And like I said, StreamYard doesn't like me because every time I get on here for elongated time, you see this happens back here where you see green. This is some BS. We gotta get this fixed. Go ahead, Mike. That's all I gotta say. ATLAX and from Atlanta to Los Angeles. Said military baby here. I support Atlanta teams because it was the first place I lived that had any teams. Damn.
Hey.
Yeah, you grew up in Rhode Island or something?
Yeah, Wyoming or something.
Maine and shit. No, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. Hey, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love.
Hey, at the end of the day, like I said before, you guys have always showed myself, Jew, some love. You show Miss Maggie some love. All right, everybody go ahead and show KStylzz some love. We got to get him to 1K. That is the new goal. I trust me, I appreciate everybody who subscribed to Mad Mike Sports and Atlanta Falcons Nation. But let's do KStylzz this favor. We got to get him to 1K. This man is the glue that keeps this channel going. Mad Mike Sports, AFN, Jew TalkSports, KStylzz, keep it going. He keep pushing us. He keep motivating us with them goofy ass, the goofy ass memes that he be putting on. With the constant jokes all the time. All right. So he keeps everybody going. Let's do him this favor. Head over to 6-man KStylzz. Shut the hell up. I ain't asked you don't talk back. You always gotta talk back. Let somebody do something for you for a chance. Okay?
The fuck is you talking about?
I heard you talking about shit. I heard that.
Motherfucker, I'm sitting here spinning a mouse. What the fuck is you talking about?
You heard a minute, you heard what he said. He's about to talk back. Let somebody do something good
you
for you.
Hearing shit. If I said shit, I'll be like, shit. You know how I do.
Hey, man. Go ahead.
Hey, look. Also get Twisted Torch up there to 1K as well, man. But
I was about to say that. God damn, can I talk?
Hey, the hell no, motherfucker. You over here starting shit. That's what you.
Hey, man.
Go ahead,
hey, man. It's all good. Hey, You guys go ahead and subscribe to Six Man KStylzz, man. Six Man KStylzz, all right, with 2 Z's. All right, head over there. At the end of the day, like I said, it's all about y'all, man. We got to win this World Series right now. We sitting up 3-0, I believe. Got to win this championship so I can talk shit for the rest of my life. We need. Hold up, 32-0 Braves. What the hell you watching?
No, he's saying 3-0. That's what he's saying, 3-0.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, what the hell?
I'm about to say, boy, what the hell countdown you got going on, boy?
Hey, man, let's get out of here. We
out, man. We got to end these shows on a good laugh. We started serious, but we ended with a laugh.
Go ahead and do your thing, KStylzz.
But as we say here at AFN, man, we ain't here to play. We here to stay. And goddamn it, I wish I had my screen. But what we tell y'all is you ain't got to go home.
But you got to get the hell out of here.
I swear to God, well, I'll tell you, boy, I'm be talking like damn Eartha Kitt around here. I keep saying that shit.